Hey guys, this is Melissa, and this is day one of my weight loss journey. I would like to talk about where my current weight is. Okay, I started my weight loss 10 days ago, my weight loss journey, and so far I've lost 9 pounds. Let's see, I believe my starting weight was 361, and I'm currently at 353. Yeah, is that right? No, 352. Okay, so starting weight was 361. Current weight is 352. So that's a 9-pound weight loss in 10 days. That's good. Now, let's talk about past diets and weight loss journeys. Back in 2009, I lost a significant amount of weight. It was around 71 pounds, I believe, or 68 or something like that. I went from size 342 down to, I want to say 268. It was in the 260s, so it was a lot of weight. And then again in 2012 or something like that, I lost 71 pounds again. I do really well for a very long time, and life happens, things happen, and you get off track. Well, each time I've gained it back, and this time I've actually gained it back plus a few extra pounds, about 19 extra pounds. What got me wanting to start my weight loss journey again was 10 days ago. This is the day I decided to change my life. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm getting a cold. But 10 days ago, I decided I was going to change my life again. And the reason was because I noticed that the first thing I noticed prior to what scared me was my knees were starting to hurt, and I was just tired all the time. And I would get off from work and I would park in my parking lot. I would sit there for a few minutes and I would fall asleep, and that's not good. I don't know if maybe it was my sugar or something, but yeah, I would fall asleep and I was always tired. I was always exhausted. And so those were the first things. And then what scared me into wanting to start my weight loss journey was, it happened 2 or 3 times actually. The last time scared me the most, but I noticed my feet were so swollen they would hurt. My feet, my ankles, and the bottom of my legs, they were swelling so much they would hurt. And I feel like maybe my skin was starting to crack, and that really scared me. I was like, I'm only 30 years old, and I'm having symptoms that I shouldn't be seeing at this age. You know what I mean? Swelling feet and ankles, falling asleep, exhausted all the time. I noticed that I would be just walking around, and I would make this sound like I was snoring while I was awake. It was very scary. And I don't know if I have sleep apnea, but I noticed that I would wake up a lot at nighttime. I do have a dog that barks every now and then when he hears things, but it became more frequent, and I wasn't getting the sleep and the rest that I needed. And I just finished my second year of college, and I was exhausted all the time. I know it's stressful when you're a student and everything, but I felt like I was more exhausted than I should be, mentally and physically. And I was like, I'm 30 years old. I really don't want, to start having issues like an older person, not really breathing problems yet, I don't think, unless that snorting was the beginning of maybe sleep apnea. I'm sorry, my voice is cracking up because I'm going to cry or anything, because I think I'm getting a cold. But, yeah, very scary stuff. I'm on summer break now, and I thought, wow, this is the best time to start this. And on average, I'm going swimming at least once a week. I'm on my feet all day at work, so that's exercise in itself, where I would be in probably worse shape than I already am. I'd probably be 400 pounds already. I was getting up there, or on my own, but I would probably already be 400 pounds. So what I've been doing is I downloaded the MyFitnessPal app a long time ago, but I've been tracking it, and I hit my 10-day mark today. Oh, 9 pounds is pretty good for 10 days. It was mostly water retention because I could tell because my feet aren't nearly as swollen as they were. It really freaked me out. I was like, that's the reason I went to the pool the first couple times, is because I found that the heated pool really, really helps with the swelling. And I'm just going to keep talking about this because it's really on my mind. I've been doing really well on my weight loss journey. I work in a place that has food around me all the time. And I'm very proud of myself because I haven't indulged like I normally do. I gave up ice cream at work, and I was eating out like every day for a while there. And I would find myself eating almost a whole to maybe a whole pizza from Little Caesars. Those are big pizzas to eat by yourself, and I would eat those by myself. And there was a few times, I want to be honest with you, I would eat a full pizza by myself, a crazy bread and sauce. That is a lot of food. That's a lot. Right now, I'm thinking, oh, I could probably eat that. No problem. It doesn't seem like that much. But visually, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. It's nuts, man. I went back and watched old videos of myself when I was down in the 260s, and I'm like, I was so thin compared to what I am now. My face had it wasn't round. I was doing I was watching my carbs and stuff, and I looked so much better. I looked so much healthier, and I look at myself now, and I'm like, why did I let myself fall off the wagon? Why did I do that? And I'm thinking, I've had a lot of changes go on in my life, and I feel like I'm an emotional eater. And every time a change happens, whether it's negative or positive, I tend to get off track. It's like and another thing is, it's like I get bored. Maybe it's because I do certain diets that you have to be particular about. And I'm trying to think back on the last time when I was more successful. I maintained it much longer the last time. And I'm thinking, what did I do? How did I start this? How did I start that time, that change of life, and that change of health, that lifestyle, whatever. And I think the way I started initially, the first time, was I would just count calories. And then after I started counting calories and getting used to how many calories I should be eating to, lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, I started picking things that were less calories so that I could eat more of it. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. I got my own house now, and I got a pet, and now I'm back in college, and I got all these responsibilities. I thought going back to college, because I'm a commuter, but I thought going back to college I wouldn't have time to eat. That's not, yeah. Turns out they have a cafeteria there. I didn't think about that, right? And with really good food, and I started eating there every day, and it's all you can eat. I mean, it's a buffet type thing. Worst thing ever. They have ice cream machines and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't control myself. And it went out of control. This year, since I started at college, I think I gained 50, let's see, I gained at least 15 pounds in 1 year at the school. I know that don't sound like a lot considering how big I am, but I was maintaining around 340 something, 330 something until I started back in college. So pretty messed up. I'm thinking, why do I keep going back to this unhealthy style, eating style and stuff? And I think there's a lot of things that contribute to it. Boredom, being happy, being sad, changes, being surrounded by it, having a big family, always having get-togethers. Just, I have no self-control unless I have structure. And that's something I really like in my life, is structure. I hardly have any structure in my life. Until recently. When I went back to college, I had to start, working on maintaining my time, scheduling everything around my time that I had. I would have to allot myself a certain amount of time to study, to sleep, to work, and to go to school. And I have a family. I don't have kids or anything, but I have my siblings and stuff, and my nieces and nephews. And I like to see them every now and then, and it's so hard. So hard. It's overwhelming, but I know that once I finish college, everything will get better. But that's still 3 to 4 years down the line. And I'm only 30 right now. But if I don't do something, I might not even see myself graduate college. So I really gotta work on this. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my family history. I know this is a long video, but this is the first video, and I need to explain a few things. This is very important to me. Even if I don't get people to actually watch this video, it's something good for me to look back on in the future when I'm thin. Okay. I'm not going to be crying. My voice is already cracking because I think I'm getting a cold. But when I was 8 years old, my mom, it was a month before my 9th birthday, my mom had a stroke. A really bad stroke. She was 53 at the time. My parents were older people. I mean, they had me at 44 and 45 years old. And she had a stroke. It was a massive stroke, and it left her paralyzed. Probably, I would say 80% paralyzed. And it messed her speech up and everything. She could only say a couple words after that. And then, so that's stroke runs in my family. Strokes do. And then when I was 15, my dad was 61 at the time. Almost 61. And he was almost 60. And he had a massive heart attack. And after the heart attack, he had to have surgery and stuff. And he formed a blood clot and went into cardiac arrest. And it put him brain dead. And we had to take him off of the machines. So heart attack runs in my family. Heart disease. And fast forward a few more years. 6 years later, when I was 21, my mom was actually, she was diagnosed with cancer when I was 18. And I had just started my first year of college at a different university. And she was diagnosed with lung cancer, but because of her medications, her age, and everything, they weren't able to treat her. They said because of the medication and the fact she was a stroke victim and her age, the treatment probably would have killed her faster. So cancer runs in the family. It started from skin cancer, melanoma actually, and it spread through her lungs. But had she not been a stroke victim, had she took care of her health, and not ever had a stroke, and developed cancer later on, she would have been more able to, treat it. So I got that. And this scares me because my dad was 60 when he passed away, and my mom was 65 when she passed away. So that doesn't look very good for me. And the fact that I'm the biggest out of all the kids, my parents had 9 kids, 8 are living. Out of all the kids, I'm the biggest one. The next biggest to me is like 240 something. I'm huge. I'm the youngest, and I'm probably one of the most unhealthiest, if not the unhealthiest. Even though I'm so much younger than the rest of them, I might be the first one to go. And that's very scary. I know this is a very depressing video, but I need to get this out. I need to lose this weight. And this is the 3rd time. Well, I've attempted more, but this is the 3rd time I've been serious. This is the 3rd time that I've started a blog or a vlog about it. It's hard. It really is hard. If it was easy, if there was a perfect science around dieting and exercise and losing weight, everyone would be thin. But that's not the case, is it? So, here today, I'm weighing in. This is my official weigh-in. I'm not going to count what that was 10 days ago. This is my official weigh-in. I am 352 pounds. Thank you for watching. See you later, guys. My next video should be more exciting and entertaining, but this was a very important one for me to get out. Thank you, guys. See ya.